You are welcome back to class. And today we are going to learn punctuation marks and how you can make use of it in your writing in less than 15 minutes. So let's just get right into it. Punctuation marks are the silent indicators that guide readers through the written language. They help you as a writer to organize your thoughts and add clarity, show relationships between ideas, and reflect tones and emotions. That is for punctuation marks on the part of the writers. But for the readers, it is like a trafficator that tells them when to move, when to stop, when to go, etc. And without punctuation, writing will become confusing, unclear, and often misleading, which is why we're going to quickly examine why punctuation matters. It clarifies meaning, it separates ideas for better understanding, it also ensures professionals and academic tone, and it also avoid miscommunication. So that is what punctuation helps you to do. It helps you to clarify what you mean. It helps you to separate your ideas to propel understanding for your readers, and it also shows you as a professional person, someone who knows what he or she is doing. So if you are here and you think punctuation marks is just for show, punctuation marks, people using punctuation marks are jobless, they're just wasting their time, you are wrong. I'm correcting that today. Punctuation marks helps you to guide your readers, and it adds to your credibility as a writer. So what are the types of punctuation marks? Remember, this class is a basic class. In the future or soon, I'm going to have a masterclass on punctuation marks in depth. But for today, let's just take a look at the usage of punctuation marks basically. The first is the full stop. We also know it as a period in the American English. It signals the end of a complete thought or sentence, and it is one of the most frequently used punctuation marks. You add it at the end of your sentence that is not asking questions or showing emotions. You add it at the end of your declarative sentences. I'm going to explain it better in my next video, but for now, what the full stop is used for is to you add it at the end of a sentence, or it signals the end of a complete thought or sentence. For example, I love teaching English. She submitted the report yesterday. And we also use it at the end of declarative sentences as well, yeah. And we use it in abbreviations. That is what we use the full stop to do. Moving on, we have the comma. This has a lot of uses, but I will just share with you 3 to 4 uses in this basic class. The comma helps you to separate elements in a sentence to improve your readability and flow. It prevents ambiguity and allows for pause and clarity. It helps you to separate elements in a sentence and to improve your readability, and also to for pause. Yeah, for pause. So anytime you see a full stop, you know that the sentence has ended. You're expected to stop for a few seconds, and for pause, you just pause or you pause briefly. One time you come across the comma in a sentence, you pause briefly. Uses of the comma: number one, we use it to separate items in a list. I bought apples, oranges, bananas, and pineapple. Use it to separate items in a list. You use it after introductory element. After dinner, comma, we went for a walk. To James, comma, Elena is beautiful, etc. So you use it to separate items in a list and also after introductory element. You also use it around additional parenthetical information rather. For example, my sister who lives in Lagos is coming to visit. My sister is coming to visit. If you say my sister is coming to visit, it's making sense. But who lives in Lagos is a parenthetical information that tells you more about your sister. You can say my sister is coming to visit. Who knows how many sisters you have? You might have up to 10 sisters, you might have up to 15 sisters. But when you say my sister who lives in Lagos, adding that additional information, which is being separated by comma, indicates more depth. Yeah, it helps you to add more meaning to your write up, and it tells your reader who truly your sister is. It's telling your readers more about your sister. And we also use the comma before conjunctions and compound sentences. In compound sentences, we use it before conjunctions. I wanted to go out, but it started raining. We use it to join together compound sentences. And yeah, this is a big mistake a lot of people make. Comma splices, joining two sentences only with a comma. You don't do that. You don't do that. I came late, comma, I missed the test. No, you need to have a conjunction when you're joining two different sentences together. You need to have a conjunction before that comma. I came late, comma, so I missed the test. Not just any conjunction, the coordinating conjunction. Fanboys, for, or, a for, and, no, but, or, yet, and so. For, and, no, but, or, yet, and so. So you when you want to connect two sentences together, what you have to do is to make sure that you're using a comma before any of these conjunctions that I've mentioned. Don't just connect two sentences together with a comma. No, it is wrong. That is what we call comma splices. Moving on, the question mark. We use the question mark to indicate a direct sentence. It is used for interrogative sentences. When you're asking a question, make use of your question mark. Without your question mark, you're telling us that sentence might be a declarative sentence. But with your comma, this is what the punctuation mark does. It helps you to point exactly at what your sentence is all about. So use it to indicate a direct question. What time is the meeting? Are you attending the training? Do not use a question mark with indirect questions. She asked if I was okay. No, 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 no. Use it for direct questions. The fourth is the exclamation marks. We exclamation mark rather. We use it to show strong emotion, excitement, or urgency. When you're sad, when you're angry, when you're projecting your emotions, use your exclamation marks. Congratulations. Watch out. Avoid using it in formal writing. Yes, did not use exclamation mark in formal writing, and avoid writing it so many times. Avoid multiple exclamation marks in professional writing. It is very wrong. Even in informal writing, you don't need to use five exclamation mark to project your thoughts. One, the power of five is synonymous with one. Just use one. We also have another punctuation mark today, which is the colon. We use it to introduce explanations, examples, or a list. You use it before a list. Please bring the following: pen, notebooks, and ID cards. We use it before an explanation. We use it in time format. Yes, when you're writing your time, you use the colon mark. The semicolon is closely related to independent clauses or separating complex list items. So you don't use it in the formal, use it sparingly in the formal writing. Don't use it too much. But then this is what we use it for, to separate independent clauses from from the main clauses, from the subordinate clauses rather. We have independent clauses which can function as a sentence on their own, and subordinate clauses which are just there to support the independent clause. For example, I have a meeting at 3 p.m. If you say I have a meeting at 3 p.m., you are making absolutely, you are making sense. You are making absolute sense. Nobody will tell you you're not making any sense. I have a meeting at 3 p.m. It's cool. It is a complete sentence. But when you now say I'll join you afterwards, you're adding more information to that sentence. And that information cannot function on its own. You can't just say I'll join you afterwards. For what? Why? So that is where you have to note that the independent or the main clause is powerful in a sentence and it can stand alone, while the dependent clause is just depending on the main clause, which is why we join them together with a subordinate, with a semicolon. Our trip to our On our trip, we visited Lagos, Nigeria, Accra, Ghana, and Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire. Now you can, if you see this, you can see that the countries are being separated with the semicolon. This is a complex list items. Lagos, Nigeria, colon, Accra, Ghana, colon, semicolon rather. Lagos, Nigeria, semicolon, Accra, Ghana, semicolon, and Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire, semicolon. So this is how you use your semicolon. The next, you have the quotation marks, which you use to show direct speech, quotes, or specific terms. She said, I'll join you in the meeting soon. The term AI means artificial intelligence. So you use it to quote direct speech, quote or specific terms. And while you are using, when you want to add other, when you are using the quotation mark and you want to include other punctuation marks, your period and commas should go inside the quotation mark in an American English, which is why you see the examples I gave. She said, colon, quotation, I'll join the meeting soon. The end quotation, you can see. But for the British English, majorly make use of the single quotation. The full stop will most likely be outside. I should have added that. I'm sorry. But in the next video I'm making on punctuation marks, I'll make it quite in depth. So use the single quotation marks inside the double one as well. Yeah, it's perfectly fine if you choose to quote if you choose to use two quotation marks in a sentence, and it's mostly used when you're trying to project another quote within a quote. So when you are quoting two things, the one inside should be the single quotation while the one outside should be the double quotation. Moving on to the apostrophe, we use it to show possession or form contractions. Possession, for example, the girl's book, the student's lounge. That is it. And for contractions, we have can't, which it means cannot. And we have it, which is it is when you divide it. So we use it for quotation and we use it for possession. You can write down the notes on your screen. I'm trying to rush because of my time. Parentheses, we use it to add extra or explanatory information that is not essential to the main sentence. And yeah, I have to note this, that bracket is different from parentheses. This is brackets, while the other is parentheses. So do not mix them up. What we call brackets most of the time is not brackets, it's parentheses. So let's take note of that. And yeah, I have the ellipsis, which is used to show omission or a pause in speech or writing. We use it to show omission, we use it to show pauses. Let's say so you are speaking and you're writing and you don't want to add other information, you can just use ellipsis, three dots, three full stops to show that, oh, this thing continued, but I didn't share the full information. That is what you use it. And don't overuse it, please. Don't overuse it. We have the dash and the hyphen. Dash is used for emphasis, interruption, or additional information. And yeah, these days, because ChatGPT tends to use dashes a lot, people feel like, the people using dashes are ChatGPT users. No, 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 no. Dashes, we use it for emphasis, interruption, or additional information. Take note of that: emphasis, interruption, or additional information. And we use hyphen to join words together. Use hyphen to create a compound word. A well-known speaker, mother-in-law, to join it together. And don't use them interchangeably. Their functions are quite different. As you can see, dash is used for emphasis, interruption, and additional information, while hyphen is used to join words. That is it. So these are some common mistakes that we have here. Using full stop, using comma where full stop should be used, leaving out apostrophes and contractions, overusing exclamation marks, and a lot forgetting punctuation at the end of a sentence. That is even like a plague. So please, let's take note of this and work towards using your punctuations properly. Now, your punctuation matters. This is the last point I have for you today. Let's take a look at these two sentences. Let's eat grammar. Let's eat grammar. And let's eat grammar. Let's eat grammar. Okay, let me say it again. Let's eat grammar. Let's eat grammar. Let's eat grammar. You can see the pause. Let's eat grammar. And the second, let's eat grammar. I'll repeat again. I'll repeat it rather. I'll repeat it. Let's eat grammar. Let's eat grammar. Then let's eat grammar. You can see the first is saying that let's eat grammar. Come grammar, let's eat. The second is saying let's eat grammar. We should eat grammar. We should eat her. So it's a different ball game entirely, which is why you have to take note that your usage of punctuation matters, because your punctuation can change your entire tone and the meaning of your sentence. Okay, so make sure you are using your punctuation properly. It shows It projects your information, it projects your communication, it helps you your message to sound the way you intend. Sincerely, it helps you to sound the way you intend. Whatever you're doing, make sure you're punctuating well. Read more. Notice how punctuation marks is being used in good writing. Practice rewriting your poorly punctuated sentences. When you're chatting with people, try to punctuate. Those things I've taught so far, go back to them, read, learn, and practice. Practice is the major thing. If you're not practicing, you're just wasting your time. If you learn without practice, nah, you're just wasting your time, because it is when you learn consistently that you're going to master it. Consistent learning is everything. So please make sure you're learning. As you're learning, you are practicing, you are applying it. And that is the assignment I have for you today. From now, make sure you are using your punctuation marks in all your chats. What is the assignment I have for you today? From now, make sure you are using your punctuation marks in all of your chats. I repeat, what is the assignment I have for you today? From now, make sure you use your punctuation marks in all your chats. One, make sure you use your punctuation marks intentionally. Two, make sure you use your punctuation marks when you are chatting with people, even if it is informal. People should be able to take note that, oh, this person has changed. I have a lot of people reached out to me, a lot of my students telling me that this person said my punctuation has changed because they noticed it in their writing. So that is the third assignment. Make sure you are punctuating till people notice that change. The fourth one is, even when you feel it is tiring, punctuate. With time, you're going to match up with the speed. Yeah, you're going to match up with the speed. If you have any questions, please ask. Thank you for joining the class. I'll see you in my next video. I hope you enjoyed the class and I hope it's helpful. Thank you.